question regarding an assessment package and a guided reading book room. I think most of you have had an opportunity to look at both. Skip, they're your next door neighbor right there. As we have been training in reading, we've been training in reading workshop, which is, excuse me, which is a model, reading workshop model. The teachers have been trained in shared reading, which is a period of time when teachers are instructing students at grade level using how to use strategy. It's strategy development. How do you question? How do you visualize, etc. The next component of reading workshop, we've also trained in literacy centers and what types of activities occur in those centers, how do teachers manage those centers, and the third component is guided reading. Guided reading is when the teacher is instructing students in either strategy or skill development at their instructional level, not at grade level. For some students, that instruction is at grade level. For others, it's either above or below grade level. And those are called guided reading groups. Typically, a guided reading group has about 6 students who sit with the teachers, and they are using leveled books. Number one, we need an assessment that will allow us to place students into those appropriate levels. For kindergarten through 2nd grade, we're recommending the benchmark assessment system. There are really 2 systems that could be used, benchmark assessment and the DRA2. I had called together the reading specialists, our school psychologists, the elementary principals, and our ESL and reading support person at Mellon to look at both of those assessment packages, and we decided that the benchmark assessment gave us more of the type of information that we would need in less time than the DRA2 would require. And so we'll be recommending that for kindergarten through 2nd grade. In 3rd through 5th grade, we already have a leveling system that's used by the district. It's called SRI, and it simply levels students by number. This particular assessment levels a student by a letter. The guided reading book room that we are recommending be purchased is from Scholastic. And again, it was that group of individuals, our reading specialist, school psychology, the elementary principals, and then our reading support person at Mellon. We looked at originally 3, but narrowed it down to 2 for that group to look at, and it was the Scholastic or the benchmark book room. The Scholastic book room gives us about double the books for students over the benchmark, but the thing that we really liked about this particular book room is that they are real books. They're books that students can go to the library or the bookstore and purchase, while the other book room was written by authors that were hired by the benchmark company. This is real literature that we'll be able to put in the hands of our students. And so those will be our recommended purchase. Originally, we talked about reading programs, and for the last 2 board meetings, we've talked about the $300,000 adoption, and it's pretty easy to see that that's not something that is in the sight for Ligonier Valley School District. But I'm very comfortable and actually very excited about the book room that we are going to be able to provide. As we looked at what we really need because of the training that's occurred for our staff, we really don't need the 300,000 bells and whistles and every component that goes into language arts, because we really do have a lot of those components in place. And so if you didn't have a chance to check that out yet, please feel free to. I think that's about it. Do you have any questions? We actually will, with your approval, purchase this for LVE initially,